You lied repeatedly.
I did not
You
author
lied
this.
repeatedly in the press that I was spreading Russian disinformation, and that was an outright lie. And I told you to stop lying, and you continue to do it.
Mr. Chairman, this is not about airing your grievances. I don't know what rabbit hole you're running down.
You see this? Pretty explosive moment during the Senate hearing on election irregularities. Republican Ron Johnson, Democrat Gary Peters getting into a screaming match, and at the center of it, Hunter Biden. Here to react, House Judiciary Committee member and Florida Congressman Greg Steube. Congressman, thanks for being here. We have TVs here in the elevators at Fox, and I was taking an elevator down, and this happened, and I'm like, well, we're going back up. I didn't want to miss a minute of this Donnybrook. What was your reaction when you saw it?
Well, I thank Senator Johnson for speaking out on behalf of the American people, because I think his frustration shows, and it shows there's a lot of Americans that share his frustrations. And to talk from Democrats saying that this information, this is the same Democratic senator who called questions about Hunter Biden Russian disinformation. My first entire term in Congress, all I heard from the mainstream media and all I heard from my Democratic colleagues was the Trump campaign colluded and conspired with the Russian government, and we knew now that all of that is false. So to sit back and have Democrats hypocritically talk about these things is very, very frustrating to the American people, and I'm glad that Senator Johnson expressed that frustration yesterday.
But based upon what you heard at that hearing, are you confident that the American people can be confident in election integrity?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, we have people on video after Republican people that were in the room get dismissed, pulling ballots out from underneath desks. We have that on video. How those people aren't in prison, I don't know, because that's a clear violation of election law. You see all these different things from all these different states. There's a lot of people that don't trust what has occurred here. Hopefully, the Trump campaign is going to continue to fight in whatever legal capacity they can fight. But hopefully, the American people at some point will see that this fraud has been prosecuted that happened in these different states.
That's a very concerning statement, Congressman, that you don't feel that we should be confident in our election integrity. Meantime, your governor, pretty big on the side of restaurant workers there in Florida. Take a listen.
Some may want to shut you down. We want to pull you up. We've got your back. You're working folks who are working hard to make a living. You have every right to do that. That, of course, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. You agree with him?
Absolutely, 100%. I'm glad that Florida has been open. We've been open since May. My son was in-person schooling in May. Our students have been in in-person schools. No issues, no spikes in COVID in our classrooms or with our teachers. And you see more deaths in New York than you have in Florida, and New York's completely shut down. So absolutely, our economy needs to continue to be open. You can do it in a safe way. We know that 99.9% of people under the age of 50 do not die from COVID-19. So why should we shut down the entire economy in our entire country when majority of Americans are going to recover from this pandemic, and protect the people that are at risk, protect those people that are in nursing homes. We are now doing vaccines in Florida. So I think the governor's done a good job of keeping open what needs to stay open and then protecting the elderly and the at-risk in Florida.
You mentioned New York State, obviously vastly different responses to COVID in Florida and in New York State. When the history books write the final chapter on COVID, who's going to be proven right, Florida or New York State?
Well, absolutely, it's going to be Florida. There's no scientific evidence to support all of these crazy lockdowns that you're seeing all across the country in Democratic-led states and Democratic-led cities. And the facts are going to flush that out when we look back on this years from now.
Congressman Greg Steube, not only you have restaurants down there, but you probably have sun. You probably don't have the snow that we're getting right now, unless something crazy has happened in the last few minutes. Congressman Steube, we appreciate your time. Jillian, over to you.
Good to see you. Thank you.